What's up, guys? AW here. Yes, this is a spoiler review for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I gotta edit that banner. Excuse me for a sec. Let me edit this banner in the multiverse. There we go. I just noticed it. Thank you. What's up, guys? Yeah. Thank you. So this is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness spoiler review. I have done a review on it on Thursday night because I saw it Thursday afternoon. Check out that out. It's actually my latest video. And if you don't see me on screen, it's because there's something on in the background. But once that thing, whatever I'm watching is over, you'll see my beautiful face on screen. But yes, welcome to my stream. And if you're watching this review, I actually want to hear the story. I'll get to you. So if you want to be on in this chat or whatever, if you don't care, if you're ready to be spoiled, watch the stream because we're gonna go spoiler heavy, and I'm gonna talk about the future. This movie to me. Thank you, George. I want to listen to that story, man. I want to listen to that story, George. I'll get you on. This movie to me gave me more questions than answers. Really, it opened up a whole bunch of a can of worms, to what's gonna happen in Marvel Cinematic Universe and other things, such as I'll spoil here. Mutants, Inhumans, other things, other universes, stuff like that. Is this going to lead to Secret Wars? If you see the after credit scene, in the mid credit scenes, okay. Then you know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna get people on. We're gonna get people on because. So be prepared for an invitation. Before that, they gave me my headset on. I don't have my headset on, but I really did like this movie. I have some people, my friends, who thought the movie was just okay. Some did like the writing and stuff like that, the visual effects. Okay, everybody's got a right to their opinion. Didn't hate the movie. I actually liked the movie from the review. I understood the movie what I was trying to say, and I know what I was trying to set up. But yeah, I felt bad. I felt really bad for Wanda. I understand what was happening to Wanda could happen to Strange. Basically, they parallel with each other, they mirror each other. This movie. This is spoilers. Wanda uses a dark hold. Strange uses a dark hold. Well, one of the versions of Strange uses a dark hold. If you censor Strange, for example, and becomes basically just like Wanda, even though the regular Strange uses dark hold, develops a third eye. But yeah, basically, Sinister Strange resembles what Wanda is from Earth 616. And the thing is, Sinister Strange kind of is little bit like the one from What If. But the difference is the What If Strange realized what he did wrong. This one doesn't give a damn. This wants Christine Palmer back. Kills all the Strange just to get Christine. Just wants Christine Palmer. That's the difference between the What If Strange. But yeah, it's. And I thought everybody. Look, American Chavez did have. Look, there's not a lot of. There's not a lot of backstory to American Chavez in this. There's about a couple minutes of her, but I think they're planning something more with her that'll focus on her. This movie was not really about American Chavez. It was with her. It was about her ability to travel through different realities and multiverses. So I think they're saving something for her story. So invitations are going out. Before I do that, I have to mute some stuff. Mob culture is bullshit. Mob culture don't listen to mob culture. They're liars. You know, they're liars. You know that. Okay, so invitations are on the way out. I think. I have. I mean, okay. My friend, if he comes on, he comes on. Blind Braille, maybe. George, be on the lookout, buddy. I want to hear your story first, cause this how I want to hear your story. George, I'm looking for you, buddy. Looking for you, cause I know I have you. Here we go. I do hope this is the one. George, if I sent you a link, okay. Um, here, my stable, my group, even in my wrestling group, you're allowed in. Oh, if you like wrestling, subscribe to my wrestling channel. Just a minute. Latest SmackDown. There's a wrestling pay-per-view tonight. WrestleMania Backlash. Here we go. Hello, George.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright.
Yeah. I want to hear your story first. Tell me the fight.
Okay, so at the beginning of the film, someone was pointing one of those laser pointers at the screen, and people were getting annoyed. And like some guy that was like sitting in like the row like in front of me was like cursing out the F word, saying like "Come down here, like like stop," and like some other guys like, "Yo, people just want to watch the effing movie," and it's like luckily someone like and like stopped pointing their laser pointer, and the movie went smoothly.
Oh, good to hear. What the?
Yo, here's the thing.
Why?
Here's the thing. It was at the AMC, and I usually don't go to the AMC. I usually go to my independent theater, the Atrium.
Me too. I do
So like, I
independent
never
theater.
had a problem at the Atrium. First time I go to like an AMC, like in over like a year, because the last time I went was when theaters reopened in a different state. A fight breaks out. Oh, well, almost broke out. No fight broke out. The movie went smoothly.
Why? I don't know why someone has to be an asshole.
You know, I
For,
just like don't get it.
I mean, for the whole like my theater was not full, but it was pretty. It had a lot of people there, mostly young audience. The thing is, it didn't get on my nerves that bit, but during the previews and the trailers, people just kept talking and talking through them. Luckily, it wasn't enough to like where I can't hear hear the trailers because I was actually in the front row, so I was
Oh
hearing them
wow.
fine. But like, really, don't even talk during the trailers. And the
Yeah,
trailers were good, man. They were good trailers. I got Jurassic Park, Avatar. I think you saw Avatar, obviously, because they asked you to
yeah.
do
I
the
saw the
pod, right?
Avatar trailer.
Yeah, and Thor. I'm like
You know,
it
the
didn't
only
bother me as
time,
much.
like the only thing, like thing I did like during the trailers was because AMC has like 100 trailers, so we got like a Minions trailer, then we got like a trailer to Jordan Peele's new movie Nope. So I'm like whispering to the girl sitting next to me, I'm like we go from a
Nope.
kids movie to a horror film, and like and we're just like laughing about like the weirdness of it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But like we were just whispering about it, and it's like afterwards we stopped talking.
yeah. I mean, I really did like the trailer. I mean, the Avatar trailer. I tell you, it looks beautiful. The
Y-
visuals, it looks
Yeah, it looks
beautiful.
great.
I mean, yeah, stunning, stunning. I'm not the biggest Avatar fan, but I don't deny how beautiful it looks.
I
I
like
can't.
how Disney's more worried about the Avatar trailer being leaked on YouTube than scenes from Doctor Strange.
The thing is, they shouldn't be because like I know Avatar is it's a big thing, but this is Marvel we're talking about. It's a juggernaut, and Marvel just keeps on leading to other things because it's not just Doctor Strange. There's also other stuff that Easter eggs in Marvel movies that could lead to. Like this movie, for example. Like I'm just getting to the ending. Basically, we see Clea, Charlie Theron, in the mid-credit scene. She
Yeah.
opens up to the dark dimension where Dormammu is, right? She
Yep.
create basically an excursion, right? And the rumor is that might lead to secret wars, like eventual
Yeah.
big secret wars happening.
Yeah, and like that's what I've been like trying to like tell people about the whole cameo thing. I'm like, I think they're gonna save the big cameos and like longer cameos for something like Secret Wars or something longer.
Yes, yes, yes. They're building up to that because before we get to the movie, because this to me this movie gave me like there were some questions answered, but I think there was more things that needed that were answered, but there was more questions that I have coming out of this movie than were answered.
Yeah, yeah, but I love the movie.
Me too.
And like one of my friends like he like said it was just like okay, and he's like a big Marvel fan. But like again, for me, it's like when you understand Sam Raimi's like formula and like what happens when you let him loose, like this was like one of those rare times where it felt like the director's style overshined the Marvel style.
And there's some people that don't like that.
I actually didn't mind it. I actually welcomed it.
That's what
And it's
you
not
know. What people didn't like Eternals because of that.
well for me Eternals, my issue with Eternals was the third act like went on
Yeah, the third
so
act wasn't good.
I didn't like the third act. It just dragged on. I liked the movie overall, but the third act kind of hurt it for me.
Hmm.
But like here, it's like, and I'm not just a fan of Sam Raimi because of his Spider-Man movies. I love his Evil Dead movies. So like seeing those nods to Evil Dead, it's like Raimi still has
Oh,
it.
you know what? You know what the nod was when Strange cast a spell on the Bruce Campbell cameo when he had to punch himself for like 3 weeks. That was a nod to Evil Ash Dead, the second one, where the hand is possessed. That's basically what it was. Remember?
Yeah, but it wasn't just that. It was like when
Yeah.
like the strange zombie was like trying to like go up against, and you had those like spirits like going around, like hearing them
Yes,
talk.
that too.
It reminded me of like the Evil Dead like spirits that talked, like when they were possessing in the first film, like his girlfriend, I think his sister, like in that the voice. It was like I recognize that voice,
Hmm.
even if it's not the same voice actress. I recognize that voice.
Yes. I like the movie. I to me this movie was about like this movie was really basically about two characters, Doctor Strange and Wanda. Obviously, it had to be about Doctor Strange. His name is in the title,
Yeah,
but it's also character development for Wanda because it's the end of an arc for her, but also a new beginning. Because I'm pretty positive. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to destroy all the dark holes and the other realities if she wasn't alive. So she's not done. She survived at the end.
yeah.
Otherwise, she couldn't destroy the books and other realities.
I have a feeling like Wanda's gonna appear again. I don't think this is the end for her. I think this
Yeah.
is the end of a certain arc for her.
Yes. I think it's going to come. I think what she's doing, she's destroying the dark holes because she don't want anybody to come corrupt like her. What happened? And I do think that demon, the demon was mentioned once in this film. Was it Chthon, whatever. Who the creator, who he actually created a Darkhold, was mentioned in it. I do think if Wanda gets a solo movie, that he'll be the main villain for Wanda to take on because yeah, because he's the creator. He created Darkhold, and he's the god. Like he created chaos magic, and that's what Wanda basically has chaos magic.
Yeah, and
So the
it and I know people are gonna be upset with the decisions that they made with Wanda, but honestly, it's like it's been building up for quite a while what was gonna happen with Wanda.
I see, I see some people on Twitter like, oh, they're justifying Wanda's reasoning. I'm like, look, I personally don't justify her reasoning because she murdered a lot of people. Like she murdered a lot of people. I feel here's the difference. I feel bad for her. I know her kids are imaginary, but to her it was real. She
Yeah,
went through a lot during MCU. I mean, brother, Vision, even the fake family. I mean, to her that was real. That was
yeah,
real.
and I feel
I
like
don't justify her actions, but I feel bad for her.
And I feel like this is also the
You know,
result of like certain Avengers no longer being around. Like, here's the thing: if Captain America, Steve Rogers was still around, he probably would have found a way to help Wanda through her grief. Now that he's no longer around,
Thor. Thor went through so much too. I mean, his
yeah,
mother, the father, Loki, most of the people of Asgard. Thor lost a lot of people, and it didn't corrupt him. Even though
yeah.
in the trailer he has to find a new purpose.
But at the
You
same
know?
time, he's also found like new friends as well with
Yeah,
in the
and
Guardians,
that's
and it's like I feel like you're seeing the results of like what happens when certain characters are no longer around to be there for other characters. Like obviously with Spider-Man, you see with no Tony Stark what he went through. Now with no with someone like Captain America who believed in Wanda and defended Wanda, look what happened with Wanda.
Captain America. Yeah, when he did what he had to do, he went back in the past. You know, the
So
Peggy
like you're kind
Carter
of
stuff.
starting to see like what happens when there's like no other characters. Like look what happened with Yelena with Natasha being dead. She almost killed Clint Barton. You're seeing how
Because she didn't
having
know.
yeah, but again like we're
Yeah.
seeing what's happening to certain characters when the characters are no longer there.
I don't think the thing. Here's the thing with Strange and Wanda Degrassi. Strange and Wanda, they mirror something with this because both of their storylines is about. Okay, the multiverse is one of the main, wasn't really the main focus if you think about it. It was mostly the main focus of this movie was about love and what could love could do to someone. For example, with Wanda, love corrupted her, basically corrupted her. Darkhold didn't help. Darkhold pushed the envelope to her that for Wanda. With Strange, it's about love for Christine because he loved Christine and if he and Sinister Stage is a perfect example. Sinister Stage is what Wanda was. Basically the same thing as Wanda. If you think
Yeah,
about it. Sinister Strange loved Christine and he admitted he went to different realities just to get Christine back. And because he used a dark code. That's what basically what this I think that was this movie was. What love did to two different people.
and
Like
also it's a
and you
story
see Doctor Strange. Go ahead.
about moving on, like trying to move on from like losing
Yes.
stuff. And we see how like one was able to finally move on, and we see how another one what happens when she couldn't move on.
Yeah, yeah, and she's gonna be redeemable because all heroes will always redeem someone who wants to be redeemable. I think it's how it's told. Strange at the end basically forgave her, right? He basically forgave her.
Yeah.
Um,
But here's the like Strange tried playing nice with her at first by saying, "Look, I understand what you're going through, but your kids aren't real." Like he gave her like a lot of
yeah,
chances as well. Like here's the thing, like Strange, like what people don't realize about Strange is Strange it has like sympathy for people. Like even in the first film, he didn't want to kill anyone.
but he didn't want to kill like, Supreme Strange didn't want to kill America Chavez, but really had no choice, right? Right? Like you could see in his eyes, like in the way he react, he could see in his how emotionally he didn't want it. Okay, okay, that's what I'm going for. I agree with you. I feel in the Supreme Strange, right? Because I was Supreme Strange. The when he was trying to take Gomez, I'm not Gomez, that's the actress's name. American Chavez's power. You could tell he didn't want to, but he felt he had no choice, right? Wanda doesn't
Yeah.
care. Like
But like at the end, like when like the original Doctor Strange, when he's using like the dead Doctor Strange's corpse, like he realizes that I don't have to take her I powers. I'm gonna let her try this herself because I also feel like
he
Strange at
believed in
this point,
her.
he's
He believed in
also
her.
he's I think at a certain point it may not have been addressed in the film. He's kind of tired of having others be sacrificed. I think at this point,
You know
when you
what?
look
We
at
know. You know what also helped him. You know also what proves your point there. Remember at the wedding, the guy next to him, co-worker says he lost his cast and his brother. I think that really affected Strange in that way of thinking.
I mean, because like think about it, with Strange, like if you look at what's happened in between the first Doctor Strange film and Multiverse of Madness, he had to sacrifice half of humanity. Then to
Yeah.
get that half back, Natasha and Tony had to die. And even though he
Yes.
doesn't remember Peter Parker, he had to erase Peter Parker from everyone's memories, and he didn't want to do that. So I think with going with Chavez, like I think at that point he was like, "It's your time to shine. Let's see what you can do before I actually do something."
Who was exactly Defender Strange in this? Is that Defender Strange the one that the Illuminati kill?
I have
Because I
no
know
idea.
Supreme Strange or Sinister Strange is the regular Strange and the one Illuminati killed. That's what I got from the movie, right? Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Um, then I can tell you something about the Illuminati. They're a bunch of assholes, except for Xavier.
Yo, honestly, here's the thing. When I had like here's the thing. Like I know that's not the same like Charles from like the X-Men movies, but I was like when he like
I think it's
basically
from
said
the animated show.
he's heavily inspired by it, but it was like this is
Yeah,
still the same personality because it's like this is what Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier in the X-Men films would have done.
yeah, because he always believes. He basically he's the only one that had faith in the Doctor Strange. All the other Illuminati, like, nope, nope. All the Doctor Strangers are the same. They're all the same. They're all the same. They're gonna screw up everything. Xavier believed in Doctor Strange,
And here's the thing, he tried reaching out to Wanda using his mind.
but he didn't do a good job at it. You
Yeah,
know
I
what? She
mean he
tried to
didn't
pull him
do a
out.
good
He
job,
didn't
but
even
like
try to reason with her.
he was the
Like,
only one that basically said, "Hey, listen, there's still something in
yeah,
you."
but it could have gone a little longer with that in the conversation. I personally think, in her mind.
I feel like with the pacing of this film, the only thing I wish that should have been longer should have been the Illuminati stuff. I felt like that was rushed over.
I'm gonna say a hot take here. I think Illuminati, while they did have a role to play in the multiverse thing, I think they're mostly fan service.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, like it did feel like fan service, but it's like I felt like there could have been more. And now it's like
Yes.
I do wonder with Doctor Strange because we're eventually gonna get Fantastic Four and X-Men. How's he gonna react when he meets his universe's variants of Mr. Fantastic and Professor X?
See, yeah, that's what I'm questioning about because this Mr. Fantastic already has a family, right? Kids. Obviously,
Yeah.
Sue Storm is his wife. Doesn't mention Sue Storm, but he's married, has a mother, obviously, right? Um, I'm not all convinced John Krasinski might be the Fantastic Four movie uh, um, um, Reed Richards. I'm not convinced of that. I'm not 100% convinced. I know people are gonna be upset. People are gonna be upset by me saying that. I possibly don't see either. Otherwise, I just don't see it. Oh,
I'm
the devs are excellent, but you're supposed to show how much powerful Wanda is.
Yeah, like Wanda like really unleashed. And I will say this. I was looking at that one scene from Civil War where like Steve's like, she's just a kid. Do you think that now that she killed Peggy? Like
She's not a. She's not. She wasn't really a. She wasn't really a kid. I mean, like, how old was she in Ultron? She wasn't a teenager. Wasn't she like a young adult?
like early 20s, I feel like.
Yeah, and Civil War was 2016, right? A year after Ultron,
Yeah. Like
and
here's the thing, like I feel
she was
like
in love with Vision.
yeah, it's like I don't know, it's like I know people will have their sides with like Team Iron Man, Team Captain America, and Civil War, but it feels like one decision that like Tony kind of got right was watching out for Wanda.
Yes, because she felt guilty because it was his weapons that destroyed the country that he was from, where she was from, with a brother. It was his weapons. That's why they want revenge on him. Remember? That's why
Yeah.
they volunteered to be experiments for Hydra.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, and I mean, I look, I like to see some of the Lumina. I like, you know what? I agree with my friend Leon Brill. I didn't feel with John Krasinski as Reed Richards. I don't think, to me, he's not Reed Richards. But the thing is, my theater clapped when he was Reed Richards. Mr.
Yo,
Fantastic.
same here.
I'm happy to see that they're gonna introduce Mr. Fantastic in the MCU in some way, even if it's somewhat different universe. But I don't feel the same. I don't feel it with John Krasinski. I have to go blind braille on him with this on John Krasinski, and he's one of the smartest people. What? He's the dumbest giveaway that give away the enemy. The give away the enemy's one of your friends and teammates says I'm strength. The mouth thing. Come on. If you're that smart, if you're a genius, you don't give away your end. You
Well,
don't give
here's the
away
thing.
then.
I
Yeah, go ahead.
wonder, like the Illuminati, like their egos seem to have been very big. So I
Yes.
wonder, like as your ego grew, did your intelligence like go out the door?
I think all of them except Xavier's ego didn't grow.
Well,
Like,
well, here's the thing with like Xavier, like it's his years of experience in reading minds, and it's like his humbleness, like that
yeah,
allowed him. Like, here's the thing: the only time you really saw in the Fox X-Men movies, like Xavier, like go nuts, was probably Days of Futures Past with the younger version when he basically lost all hope,
yes.
and he
That's
was,
the only
and
time
like,
we see him down on his luck. Yeah.
but like other than that, like he's always been like the optimist, like wise leader.
Yes. Xavier was always. I mean, except for Days of Future, you're right. He was always a hopeful one. And I had this fan theory that the Wanda and the like I was hoping this personally. I was hoping that Wanda possessed in A3 universe that took down the Illuminati was like hopefully that she was a daughter of Magneto.
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
can you imagine if the and be like Xavier be like and the Illuminati be like get her father to try to talk to her or something. I mean like because
Oh,
even
and
though
if like McKellen like just like comes out of nowhere as like Magneto.
he's like it's like be like and she'd be like who are you? I'm this version's father. I'm, I'm, and maybe this Ian McKellen's Magneto is not evil. Maybe he's learned, and maybe it's like Ian McKellen Magneto has taken some qualities from from Michael Fassbender's Magneto, like because he wasn't like totally bad, like, right? Maybe like that.
Yeah,
Maybe like,
yeah. Yeah, Fassbender's was like a more sympathetic like take on the character.
I love Fassbender's Magneto.
Yo, he was
I know some of
great.
the movies. I know some of the movies were terrible. Go ahead. Like,
Yeah, no, he was great. He was great. No, the only one from like the newer cast that like I felt like lost me was Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique.
well, especially the last two where she clearly didn't give a damn.
Like, here's the thing: it felt like X-Men
Don't bring
First
her in.
Class.
Don't bring her
Like
in the
she
MCU.
was like she was like a different. Oh my! Could you imagine if Secret Wars had Jennifer Lawrence Mystique appear out of nowhere?
They can have Mystique. They can have Mystique as Secret Wars, just not her.
Yo, it's like, oh my goodness. Yo, I
Oh,
remember.
because he was using the dark hold. I think he was using the dark hold to try to stop Thanos. I think that's the reason they right. It was corrupting that Strange, right? Is that the reason they
Yeah,
got rid of him?
yeah, I think so because like Strange was like breaking the rules.
Yeah.
I do wonder though in that universe. Now I'm curious about the 838 universe. It's like, okay, so they had those Ultron bots. So like, what happened with like Ultron in this universe?
They
Like,
probably defeated Ultron.
but it's like where's Tony Stark? Like, where's like
Or
Thor? Where's like all these other like heroes?
yeah, that's a good question because, like I said, this movie gives us more questions than answers. Even though I like the movie.
I mean, so assuming so, since Charles Xavier's like in this universe, it's like so like the X-Men school, like we know it's gonna appear, but it's like the X-Men school was discovered earlier by like the Avengers, by like the main heroes. The
It's
Fantastic Four
like
was formed earlier.
it's like all the hero groups in that universe, whether because we know if Xavier's in the X Men's in it, right? We know the mutants,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's
The
like
Fantastic Four, yeah. Um, if that, I have a theory, I have a belief they have their own Spider Man in it.
yo, I will say this, like, and
No, no,
I
no.
hate to
He
bring.
didn't mention Secret Wars movie, but Degrassi with the excursions, the mid credit scenes, that could lead to a Secret Wars kind of thing.
Also, weren't
Where
they like talking about how one universe like got killed off like earlier in the film?
it was Sam, it was, it was. Well, thank you. Yes, and I'm now thinking Secret Invasion may not lead to Secret Wars. It's like the multiverse stuff. Like it's quite possible that some universes might merge into one universe. Might end up being joining the 616 universe, and we might end up getting the mutants eventually joining 616. Because I don't think there's gonna be mutants in 616 unless they're coming from a different universe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, like
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you know.
I saw like how like mock culture was like going crazy about like, oh, look what we missed out on, and show like Tom Cruise, Iron Man, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. It's like, what's the point? Like, like the Hulk from 2003. It's like, and then like mock culture saying Toby's Spider-Man could have taken on Wanda. It's like, no,
No,
listen, I'm a big Toby fan. Toby would have gotten killed by Wanda. I'm sorry.
oh, who said Spider? No, Wanda would have killed Toby like that. Like, yeah. What
Yeah,
if
she would have killed Tom Cruise Iron Man too.
Do you know how powerful they made her? She's the most powerful. I arguably say most powerful villain in the MCU from this movie. This Wanda. I mean, Wanda in Endgame was messing with Thanos. Thanos had to use weapons from the ship, right? Because she had them. If he didn't call for him back, didn't call for the weapons to fire the ships to fire at her, he was done. And this is before she became the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
And here's the thing, like Thanos like obviously played a role in like Wanda's turn because like by killing Vision, by taking everything away, it led to her like eventually like creating her own reality.
No,
And
what's even worse that she kills him all for nothing because
yeah,
Thanos basically used the Time Stone to bring Vision back to life, just to kill him again and take the Mind Stone.
and, and
That's
then and then those like jerks from like Sword were like experimenting on like Vision's body, and that made it worse.
you know what? Me too. Because I hope if the MCU does introduce the Inhumans, to do a better job than the show. But yeah, I was hoping for Magneto.
We're saying I think there's a possibility Secret Wars could introduce these variants of these characters again with larger roles.
I mean,
I mean, there's probably other universes where there's a Captain Peggy Carter or
if
like,
if you don't have, for example, if you don't have the Fantastic Four in the 616 universe, you could have another version of Fantastic Four, not the one from 838, because I don't think they're going to use that one if they go Fantastic Four, but maybe from another universe. Doctor Doom somehow enters the 616 universe, and you have to follow him to the 616 universe of Fantastic Four, or something like that. For example, same with the
yeah,
mutants. Same with the mutants, because I think that's the only way the mutants and the Fantastic Four are going to enter the 616 universe is through the insurgents of different multiverse. And you're right, because you're right about the excursions, because as much as terrible as the CW event was in 2020, when Arrow died, when Green Arrow died, that's what happened. That's what basically happened was the surgeons combined all the universes to one universe. Can you imagine? Okay, 2005. I mean,
no,
like,
that'd be interesting. I like that cast.
I that movie wasn't terrible. I actually liked the movie. Like, it wasn't a bad movie. It was like, to the comics, it was really relatable though. I mean, Doctor Doom. I didn't think the guy was a bad Doctor Doom, but wasn't close to the Doctor Doom comics. The only thing that was relatable was that he's from Latveria, but he didn't have an accent or anything like that.
Yeah, honestly, could you imagine if Secret Wars had like a scene where all the 2000s like Marvel characters like Toby, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, the Fantastic Four, Wesley Snipes, like they all like are together in like one scene?
Mm-hmm.
If Secret Wars did that, like the 2000s kids would be winning.
And
By the way, wasn't Hugh Jackman another one that Scooper said was supposed to be in this movie but
yeah,
wasn't?
fake Osley.
He would have gotten killed by Wanda too. So what's the point? We would have just seen him get killed again. Also,
People,
like,
if
he
Hugh
doesn't like
here's
his
the
looks.
thing: if that was the case, people get pissed off, really pissed off. If it was more than any other, if he was in it and he got wiped off by Wanda easily, that would have been an uproar.
Yo, him and Toby, if they were in it, if they got killed off, people would have flipped their lids.
Yes, Degrassi. That's why I think this. That's why I think this might happen. Possibly, yes, exactly.
Yeah, I was telling
DC
my
would.
friend friend this yesterday, where like I think they're gonna do their own version of Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes, exactly. So I think.
Which oddly enough, it's like I think DC, like if those Flash scoops are true, like it looks like they're leaning towards doing their own Crisis as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're gonna have like two different crises from different universes. The question's gonna be which one's gonna be better. Which I think it's gonna be Marvel.
Probably.
Like because Marvel earned it. Marvel has earned the right to have something as big as this.
Yes, if they're doing Secret Wars, they're not doing the one from earlier with the Skrulls and stuff. They're doing the 2015 Secret Wars. That's where it looks like they're heading. That's a good question. That's a fucking good question, man. I can't answer that because
Yo,
he was faking it. He was.
But what if it was revealed that secretly Quentin Beck is from the A3 Earth universe and he couldn't beat Spider-Man there and decided to go after Spider-Man in this universe?
You know what? That's a best possible theory because I don't know because I think that's pretty good. That's
because we don't really know what A38 universe's Spider-Man's like.
So what's the universe? The Sony universe. What universe is that? Because that's
What
the Venom
universe?
universe, right?
Oh yeah,
What number is that?
Venom universe.
Because you put the Vulture in it.
Yo, like, weren't they trying to like combine it with like the Andrew Garfield universe and say it was one universe?
The rumor was they want Andrew Garfield to be that Spider-Man for that universe.
Because like I remember,
they have no idea who's going to be the Spider-Man for that universe.
Because I remember like the Sonyverse was originally supposed to start in Andrew's universe before the MCU deal happened.
Yep. They were supposed to have a Sinister Six.
Because like I hate that I'm mentioning this website, but back when they were credible, Midnight's Edge covered like the whole like Spider-Man universe thing, and like they're saying how like, oh, Venom was supposed to be in here. They were gonna do Spider-Man 2099, but it was gonna be like Captain America: The First Avenger, but with the future. Like they wanted to do all this crazy stuff.
So you think it's Tom Holland? You think they're gonna? Okay, DeGrasse, I have a question for you. If they do this excursion thing and this multiverse thing, do you think it's possible that the Sony universe is going to be involved in that? In part of that? So they're gonna have Tom Holland Spider-Man end up in that universe, like somehow cross over to that universe? Because I don't think that universe, if the excursions happen, they combine universes. I don't think that universe is gonna be combining with any universe.
Unless, like, what if they bring, like, because, like, they're trying to form a Sinister Six in that universe. Like, they bring the Sinister Six into the
Morbius?
MCU. Like, bring Morbius. Like, because...
Go ahead.
Like, here's the thing with, like, the Vulture. Like, does he still remember who Peter Parker is, even though he's now in a new universe?
That's a good question, right?
Because, like, what if, like, the incursion happens and Vulture's brought back and he's, like, the only one who still remembers who Peter Parker is?
Oh, right. Did he hear? We're get a little off track. Did he hear about those crazy people at Neurotic say about Victoria Alonso? And, did he hear about the part with Christine Palmer marrying a African American?
Oh my god!
And what the reason was for that? You saw that, right?
They are just so ridiculous.
Oh my god! I don't
here's the thing.
Here's what
Neurotic's trying to do. He's trying to twist it around and say this was not on Sam Raimi. This was Kevin Feige. It's like this whole film is literally Sam Raimi being let loose and doing what he wants to do.
Yes.
Yo, by the way, what'd you think of the Bruce Campbell cameo?
I thought it was fine. I had no problem with it. I actually liked it.
Yeah, I felt like it was a callback to Spider-Man 2's Pizza.
People expected that him to have a bigger cameo, like an actual big cameo, like he was gonna play a character, not like a hero character, but like Multiverse, he'd be like Baldur or something like that. I didn't buy it. Bruce Campbell in these movies typically doesn't play big characters, like. So I thought him playing I guess pizza ball vendor was fine.
Yeah, like if you look at his cameos in the Spider-Man films, like he was just the ring announcer, the snotty usher, and the French waiter that failed at helping Peter propose.
Yes, yes, yeah. And I think the role he did was fine. Like it's him as was it? It was pizza balls, right? That's the
Yeah,
version of
pizza
pizza.
ball. And they
And
were originally going to be free, but
I
then
like
like he was like,
I like America Chavez is like, oh, did you know food is free? But it turns out this universe is not free at all. The universe that we're in.
well, it kind of fits with Bruce Campbell's cameo appearances in the Spider-Man films, where like, remember he was the snotty usher, and he was like telling Toby, "Oh, your shoelace, your tie. Oh, you
Yeah.
can't come into play."
Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, exactly. And like what did those guys said about her? Like I oh my god. Like they have an agenda. Like fuck. So and I was you said like like look, I have the impression Christine Palmer wasn't snapped.
Yeah, I have the feeling that like she wasn't snapped.
Hey Arkham, yeah.
Hey,
Hi
hey,
Arkham.
hey,
Hey,
how you
Arkham.
doing?
What's up? Oh I see your avatar
Yeah,
background. I know you love the movie. How do you go ahead, just explain it.
I really loved it. Like, I think, in my opinion, this is like I loved both. So sorry, I love both. No Way Home and this, but I really liked how Sam Raimi did like the multiverse, different versions of Doctor Strange, and uh, I think the only thing that I was disappointed in is I kind of wanted to see. I wanted to see Doctor Strange kill Wanda. I really wanted to see that.
Yeah, so that would have been a last resort, but no, actually, that would have been my last resort. But they have plans for Wanda. She's gonna be on a redeem path now.
I don't think she could be redeemed, to be honest, because like
I mean, if Darth Vader could be redeemed, then I think she
Yo,
can be
Darth
redeemed.
Vader killed younglings.
I mean, Darth Vader approved of the in the New Hope when they destroyed the planet. Man, he was just standing there like accepting it and stuff like that.
like I'm not sure if they're going to do redemption
I mean,
towards Wanda because like she imprisoned imprisoned the whole town. She like in the movie she think she summons some kind monsters and stuff like that after
demons, basically monsters. Yeah,
demons after I think it's pronounced Martha Chavez or something like that.
yeah, America Chavez. Yes.
And I don't know, like I think she's better as a villain to be honest.
Well, she's always had issues in the comics, right? In the Marvel comics, she's always been unhinged. That's
Yes,
why it was, yeah. That's why it's good. I think Magneto would have fit here, even though Magneto is like, be like if they had Magneto in this movie as the father of the other one, because I'm curious about that one that she took over. Like, does she have a brother? Does she have a father? Does she have the same origins? Because not all this variants should have the same origin as this Wanda. You know, they should have a different origin, and I don't know.
did you notice the end credit scene where I think they're get I think that's the daughter of Dormammu or niece or something like that at the end
Clea,
yeah, Clea.
that's that's Doctor Strange's new love interest, basically.
Yeah, but she's like the daughter or the niece of Dormammu.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, like I did a little research that says that she is. Um,
You should believe that Dormammu was once looked like a human at one point.
I hope if they reintroduce Dormammu, I hope he looks better. Like
Yeah, Dormammu looked terrible.
yeah, yeah, he looked awful in the first one. God awful. Like I like the character like if Dormammu and Doctor Strange eventually go like fight and stuff like that because like it
Oh,
wasn't like
she's a niece of
yeah
Dormammu.
niece but I hope that like the CGI is better and he actually looks like Dormammu.
I hope it'll be the one from the animated series. To be honest with you.
Yeah, or like the comics, he has like that flaming.
Yeah.
He has a he has the flaming head and everything like that, and like he goes against Doctor Strange and everything like that. Like, but I think how they're gonna do it. I think he'll probably be introduced or teased in the third one because it's kind of obvious he's gonna be back for the Doctor Strange 2, Sam Raimi.
The thing is, like, I want to know. Yeah, I agree. So the Mortal from 616. So him and Doctor Strange have been fighting each other like for the last few years.
Yeah.
That's what Doctor Strange mentioned, right? To the variant Mortal.
Like the Saturday morning cartoon villains is like we fight on and off, on and off. like it's like, oh, I'm the villain of the week for Doctor Strange. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. I actually liked Wong in this movie for what he did. They gave him more stuff to do in this movie. And look, there's some people are upset they didn't develop American Chavez, like her. I'm gonna say this: American Chavez, they have plans for her. They have plans for Marvel. They have plans for. I think she'll be in other movies. I think she's getting a Disney Plus show.
I wouldn't mind it. I actually liked the character in this film. I'm not familiar with American Chavez. This was like my introduction, but I liked what I saw from her so far. And I think the actress like has a lot of potential. She's very talented.
Yes. I agree. I think she's gonna get her own because I think she's a type of candidate that would get her own Disney Plus show where she could where we could learn more about her and her mother's. Because we only had a 2-minute backstory about her, where she came from, and it's Rogue. Bullshit.
Oh my! First of all, it's very brief.
Yeah.
It's like a brief woke scene ruins the whole movie. It's like, get the heck out of here.
It was like, yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's what I don't understand with some of these guys. It's like they like some of these guys claim to be like diehard Star Trek fans of the original. The original was kind of woke for its time. Like
some of these guys said they read comics and stuff like that. If they did, they should know what comics are about. Like seriously,
most of these comic book writers were woke in their own way.
Yes. Stan Lee. Go ahead, Arkham.
I don't understand. I really like the movie, but I don't understand where some people's logic with I think it's you have Reed Richards and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's Reed Richards. I feel like some people don't somewhat understand the character a little bit when they made this complaint. Is like Reed Richards is he I would say the logical person and stuff like that. So like he wants.
I think he's usually logical, but I kind of disagree with you a little bit because I think his ego got too big in this film. And
yeah.
Reed Richards is one character. He's one of the smartest people ever, but his ego usually doesn't get big.
Yeah, he does. I agree with that. But like I
agree, Degrassi.
Yeah, like with Reed Richards, how he died, I would say like
that was funny.
Like it was. Yeah, it was basically plastic or like rubber or something like that. There's no blood, but it like shows like that like Reed Richards wouldn't automatically fight someone first. He would use logic.
He's like, trying to reason with her. Yeah,
reason with a person. And like I heard complaints that he should have fought first, and I don't think Reed Richards would fight first. I think he would use logic first.
Here's the thing: when heroes are fighting a villain, they know that the villain is suffering and pain and stuff, dealing with pain about stuff like that.
Yeah,
they try to reason with them. They try to use logic before fighting them because they know. They don't want to see the villain suffer, like she's Wanda's suffering. She's suffering.
That makes them heroes. Like they want.
like Batman. Batman doesn't want to fight. Batman is a perfect example. Batman doesn't really want to fight Two-Face because of
No.
Harvey, right? He'll try to reason with Two-Face or Harvey. He doesn't really want to do that. He even tries. He'll try reasoning with Mr. Freeze. He does, but it's.
Krasinski agree with way too much.
Man,
What do you mean has too much humanity? Like he is human.
Well, is he? Where's Doctor Doom in this film? I want Doctor Doom. Where's
Yo,
Doctor Doom?
But I do think the John Krasinski is coming back as Reed Richards.
I don't know. I'm on the fence on that. I don't know if it'd be another version of him, obviously, from a different universe.
I feel like with John Krasinski, like he wouldn't have agreed to probably do this unless like it was going to lead to something bigger for him in the MCU.
Yeah.
That's kind of also why like I never really believed the Tom Cruise rumors, because it's like you think Tom Cruise is going to appear for a few minutes just get killed off by Wanda.
Would he do his own stunts?
Do his own stunts.
Oh, is he? I thought it was the opposite of that.
It's the opposite. It depends on what iteration you're
Yeah,
talking about.
there's different iterations.
Yeah, there's different iterations of Reed Richards in the
Well, he has a family. He has a family, so he understands where he's trying to come from with her.
Yeah, from the comics, there's different iterations of that character, so each of them are different. So they're not all the same. One is different than the other. One is like more humanity.
Family is a struggle, yes. I mean, so apparently Wanda like saw all these other Wandas and all these different multiverses. All of them are kids except hers, biological kids. I'm like, what the hell? It's like every single one of them except hers.
It's like wow, like, but here's like the interesting like thing, like also it's like, did these other versions have visions?
Yeah, because I didn't see there was no Vision.
Vision was only mentioned once when like she said Viz had his theories, like.
Yeah, and who's her parents? Like, did she have a brother? Wouldn't it be funny if if Evan Peters showed up?
So imagine if Evan Peters had one of those like scenes from like Days of Future Past or Apocalypse with the music.
Oh,
playing.
it would be Quicksilver.
And then like halfway through, like Wanda just kills him, saying, "You're not my brother."
Oh, I got your point, DeGrasse. That's hilarious. Family. Yeah, that would have been such a bad idea if they had Evan Peters show up as her brother, like our actual brother, not Ralph Boner. Not Ralph Boner. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And they could be like, father wants to come for dinner. They could beg the question from dinner.
That will be his arc family. Yo, could you imagine Dom Toretto from Fast and Furious was in here and he was like, "Now hold on, Strange. Wanda's doing this for family."
Groot would say, instead of I am Groot, I am family.
He would be like, "Wanda's doing this for family, Strange. Have a heart."
I mean, I'm gonna get off on track. I watched Fast 9, the ending. Do you know how much collateral damage that whole thing had? That whole chase was? With the armored the armored on, and there's police cars crashing into each other and stuff like that. There's so much collateral damage in that movie. I mean, oh my god. But yeah, let's get back to the film. I mean, she had her own like basically worshipping place, like temple, not temple, but like, and she just Scarlet Witch in the background. Like, so who created that for her? Like, who like when you worship a deity, right? When you have someone worship a deity or a god, basically, you have to have somebody to create that for them, right? To create something like that. Who created that for her? Was it just there? Was it the demon Chthon or something? I probably pronounced his name wrong. Was it him? And DeGrasse, do you think that demon's going to show up in the MCU? What do you guys think?
It's possible.
I mean, I think so. I think we're getting more supernatural. Magic. This is some people have to understand that magic is supernatural. Magic is supernatural in a way, right? This is like Wanda uses chaos magic, supernatural. Darkhold, it's chaos magic, but it's also supernatural stuff because it's created by a demon. A demon is a supernatural being. We're getting Moon Knight is supernatural. We are getting more supernatural. We're getting Blade. Guarantee you're getting Ghost Rider. We're getting more supernatural in the MCU. And I think I personally think if Wanda gets her own movie, it's gonna be that demon she faces off. Because that demon might be pissed. Because personally, if I did this movie, I personally would have accidentally had Wanda summon that demon by accident and realize the mistake she made. Okay, George.
Yeah, because I got Mother's Day dinner. If you're still on when I'm done, I might bounce back on. But if not, enjoy the rest of the stream.
Okay.
I'm back. And
All right, take care, guys.
Take care.
but
Yeah, I'll probably end 6 or something. Go, Arkham.
but yeah, I really like the film. Some of the points I don't understand. Some people are saying like this movie was a god awful movie, and I'll agree with that.
No.
It's like yes, there's some nitpicks here and there, but like
Vin Diesel confirmed. Well, he is Groot, right?
but I don't agree with when people say this is a god awful film. It's like no, it's not.
No. The people I hear from say it's a god awful film. I know some people didn't like the film, and some people did like the film, but the ones that are saying it's a terrible film, I find it from Marvel, like MCU hardcores, because they're not used to.
No Marvel film where
Yes, they didn't have the typical jokes. It's a little bit. It's PG-13. PG-13, right? And I know it went a little darker in a PG-13 movie, and like that's you know what I liked about this film, the jokes weren't overbearing. There wasn't a lot of it. It had more of a serious tone.
yeah,
That's what I
like. It's just weird
Yeah,
that some Marvel fans want away from the Marvel formula. Then they ask for something different. Then when we get something different, they don't like it and they want to go back to the Marvel formula. It's like, what do you really want?
I agree there.
It's like Sam Raimi did did a very good film and everything like that, and he didn't. Kevin Feige gave him full reign what he could do. I don't think there was like this is a film that Sam Raimi did and made, and it connected to almost everything. I liked I think where she's attacking the when she's attacking I think that fortress thing with like Doctor Strange and everything like that. I like how she talks to Doctor Strange because people were wondering what about a Vision and everything like that. She doesn't give a shit about Vision. She does not care.
No, it's her kids.
Yeah, her kids, because she basically says she basically killed Vision. She means nothing to him.
She admitted that she admitted that. Yeah, like it was. She accepted that fact, even though she didn't want to. But the kids think she didn't accept that because her kids were real. And Vision was real, but she moved on kind of that.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, you really don't move on to something like that fully, but she did from an extent. But the kids thing, she saw that there's other Wandas and other multiverses that have kids, and she saw, oh, this is my chance to get kids. Have a family.
Yeah, like she would. Raimi certainly had more freedom here than Sony and who?
Arad.
Who's that?
I think he's Sony the Spider-Man stuff.
would ever have granted him on Spidey. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's why he went to Marvel. That he found his new character because
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be working on Doctor Strange for a while. So like I
Well, he
can
is gonna be back, Doctor Strange.
yeah I
Even for
can
the
see
rip.
him doing because we only got one Doctor Strange. So like the second one, so I could see him doing his own trilogy. I would say like you get Doctor Strange 2, Doctor Strange 3, and 4 because usually Marvel movies like it's always like 4 movies. It's never 3 movies to be honest. Because
Well, some, not all of them. Iron Man had 3 movies.
yeah, that's the only. I think that's the only one.
Thor's getting 4.
Yeah,
Captain America is getting 4 now. The fourth
yeah.
one is gonna be with Sam Wilson. Thor,
Um,
Iron Man's 3. Guardians is getting 3.
yeah,
Ant Man is getting a third one. Yeah, I say easy.
yeah. Like it's
You're right.
yeah, it's mostly 4. Like what Marvel usually wants to go beyond 3 movies.
Yeah, because they have plans. They have plans for years down the road on what they want to do with
Yeah,
with the Marvel, like the Marvel Studios. Kevin Feige. I mean, like the only way for Kevin Feige to leave if this whole thing falls down the rails, which is not. Marvel is not falling down the rails. It's actually like it's striving. It's striving.
yeah,
This movie's gonna make a lot of money. It already is making a lot of money. 400 million already per pop worldwide. Apparently, this
yeah.
movie is gonna hit a billion. It's gonna hit a billion.
That's the first week.
Yeah, it's and that's with things. That's with That's with China not showing a limited of it. That's with the Ukraine and Russian war. This movie is gonna
Is
be a
is there
success.
is there one I would say cameo that you wanted in Doctor Strange 2?
I would say Magneto or some other another X Men. I don't know, Magneto maybe.
Magneto. Okay.
You think so?
I think the next weekend could be.
It won't have the BVS drop, right?
I don't think it'll touch. I don't think it'll drop. I think it'll go up to be honest, because I think there's more positive towards this movie than negative. Like you only have a few. Like this movie is very well done. I think like how long do you think they're going to wait? It usually takes I guess a day or probably a week. Yeah, when do you think they'll wait until to announce a sequel?
Not for a while.
Because sometimes they do it in advance.
It's true. The question is how long to keep this movie in theaters for? Because 2 months from now they got Thor. And I don't expect this movie to connect to Thor in any way.
No.
No. So I'm like, as I said on my Twitter account, don't expect anything. Second week on July. Don't expect Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness to connect to Thor at all, and don't get hyped up for any cameos for Thor. Okay, because I think a lot of people. There's some people that didn't like this movie. You know what? I think one of the also reasons for why. I think they got too hyped up about cameos.
Yeah.
They expected more than just Illuminati. They expected more.
Like, I'm fine with how the Illuminati was treated because, like, I think people wanted, like, the original Illuminati from the comics where it has Iron Man, Black Bolt. I think they have Captain Carter, I think. Like, I don't know. But Iron Man was, like, part of it. It had Reed Richards and, like, whoever. They wanted they liked. I thought I was fine Captain Carter as the Illuminati. Like You're not gonna get the exact thing.
Oh, we're not gonna get Captain Carter live action anymore. I think that's the chances of that happening is slim. We're gonna get her in What If season 2. I think that's gonna most likely be the strong possibility there. Maria Rambo as Captain Marvel. I don't think we're gonna get that again. Um, because I don't think we need to. I don't think we need another Captain Marvel or another. I don't know. I think we're gonna get John Krasinski back. I think also what the Illuminati was trying to show us that yes, we're dedicating bringing the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and the Humans into the MCU, and to finally we're gonna use them. I think that's just to showcase them, to showcase them that yes, we're keeping our promise to see you guy.
I do see them. We would probably get them back, but probably a major event, like not their own movie, but like probably Secret Wars or something like that.
And why did I see people on Twitter complaining about Captain Marvel and not Captain Carter not being buff? What?
What?
Nothing. I saw some people complaining on Twitter. Oh, Captain Carter didn't look buff because in the show in the What If she has muscle.
You look fine.
Because I saw on Twitter they compared to Jane Foster and Natalie Portman because Natalie Portman she actually looks like she really did put on muscle. It wasn't CGI. Yeah. She actually put on muscle.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't expect any big high cameos for Thor: Love and Thunder. The only one I heard rumor taking a grain of salt, is maybe Captain Marvel, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, but she might end up being a small thing. That's it.
But why would Captain Marvel be in Thor?
Space cosmic reasons.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. That's
I don't think Thor likes Captain Marvel at all.
Well, didn't he say he likes this one in Endgame?
Yeah, but like how his facial expression is, it looks like he doesn't like her. But yeah, this was a good movie. I'm very intrigued. Like I would say this is once a coincidence where I actually really like a Marvel movie. Like,
oh yeah, you're a DC guy. Okay.
Yeah, like it takes like I notice a lot of like people that that's DC actually like this movie. Like
I know there's some DC people who do like it. I know.
Yeah, I just think I don't know, like how Sam Raimi did this movie. It's a fresh take. I would say it's a big fresh take of like from the other Marvel movies where it had that formula and it was very different, and I liked it.
Yeah, and there's no problem with that, man. You can have comic books. Comic books is a genre itself in terms of comics, but there's all different genres in comic books. You have the horror aspect, you have the comic aspect, you have the science aspect, normal aspect, the street level aspect. That's what comic books is all about. You can have that in the movies, in the MCU, or even in DC. You can have all these subgenres in them,
Oh, did you hear? Sam Raimi was on an interview, and someone asked him, "What's the one? I think it's superhero movie that you really like, or some kind of movie that you really like all the time that you were mind blown." And he brought up Shazam. Remember that? Yeah, he talked about Shazam. I can show you. Let me bring up. Let me see. Shazam. But to find the clip because here somewhere.
All right, yeah, let's bring it up.
Let me see. Sam Ramy. Sam Raimi on Twitter somewhere. About to find interview. Yeah.
Shazam.
Shazam. Uh, yeah. Where was it? Yeah, I don't think I can find it. It was floating around on Twitter a while, like yesterday, but I can't find the clip. But like he basically says like he really liked how Shazam was done.
Okay.
He praised Shazam, so like that's cool. Like he really liked the movie.
Okay. That's. I really do hope they have him do more of Doctor Strange. I really like his up style for Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
I like that horror type of style that he's doing.
Hmm.
Like because he did it in Spider-Man and he's doing it in this.
Yeah.
He has a horror type of style to put in movies. Like he's not like those horror directors, but he has that kind of style.
Yeah, I agree. And well, I think we're gonna end it here a little early, a little shorter stream, because we only have a few people on. I started the stream late, but it's almost 6. Well, it's actually like almost 5:45, but
Yeah.
I have to set up stuff for something later tonight. But before I get to my plug and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead, Art. Kermit, you can plug whatever.
You can find me at Arkham Gaming at YouTube and Arkham Gaming at Twitter. I'm probably gonna be doing a stream today or probably tomorrow.
All right, thank you. For me, guys, if you like wrestling, tonight is a big WWE pay-per-view, WrestleMania Backlash. I'll be doing a review on it after it ends, so probably around 11 p.m. 10 minutes maybe. It's a pay-per-view, so it might go longer than a 10-minute review. Tomorrow, no, I don't have anything for tomorrow, but I do have I might have a video or a stream planned for tomorrow or Tuesday, talking about theories after this coming out from this movie, what could possibly happen in the future. And basically, yeah. So if you want to check out my wrestling channel, I sub it. I put it in the comments. Help me get to 30. I'm at 21 subs. But yeah, it's the channel's called Latest SmackDown. You know, after The Rock, that's Latest SmackDown. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoy Multiverse of Madness. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Tell me your thoughts on the movie. If you enjoyed it or not. It's everything's subjective.
Yeah.
You won't get. I won't. Nobody will try. I won't trash you. Arkham won't trash you. Probably whoever listens to this, whoever sees it, won't trash you for not liking it or liking it. We don't judge people based on their likes of art. Okay. We're not all about bullying people if they like something that you don't like, and we're not about that. We may joke about it, but we really don't mean it. But yeah, with that, AWO, Your Order, and Arkham, thank you for George for stopping by. Are all out. Take care, guys. See you next time, whenever that is.